So recently I put up a post on my Instagram. It was a little quote and it stirred up quite a bit of controversy. A lot of people were affected by it, commenting me, messaging me, and I just want to take some time to address this quote, what it means to me as an artist, and how I feel the art community, whether you're a photographer or filmmaker, are affected by what I'm going to say. So this is what I said. I try not to watch anyone else's work. I feel like this allows me to create exactly how I would create without any influence from anyone else. I can't copy what I don't see. Now, a lot of people, I think, took that the wrong way. People were coming at me, messaging me, saying I was arrogant and that you have to be inspired by things, and I know you're inspired by things. People were being vulgar towards me and abrasive. And I just want to break this down simply for you guys. It's not an arrogance thing whatsoever. All I'm saying is I try as best to my ability to not watch things on the internet or go on Instagram and check out other people's profiles. Hence why I only follow 26 people, my closest friends and people that I really care about. I don't care to watch other people's content as best as I can so that I am not potentially influenced in any way by their work where I may subconsciously copy their work or copy an effect they're doing or copy something they're doing. Now, this isn't to say I've never done that. It's just something I've noticed over the years and why I now take this approach. Early on, when I'd watch a lot of people's work or I'd follow a lot of people, and whether I watched people's videos on YouTube or movies or followed people on Instagram and checked out everything they were doing, I started to notice whether I was doing it on purpose or just subconsciously, I would do things I was seeing in other people's videos and content. Now, that's not wrong, but it bothered me that I wasn't creating how I would create without any influence, but I was basically copying other people. And I want you guys to understand there's a difference and a fine line between imitation and influence. Now, you can be influenced by something and inspired and take that thing that you see, whether it's a painting or someone else's work or a photo or a building, architecture, anything, and you can take that inspiration and turn it into an idea for yourself, but you need to adjust that idea and use it as inspiration and not just flat out copy. Imitation is copying. It's when you see something and it's effect you like, it's a way something is shot, and you do the same thing to replicate that same effect or shot or photo or whatever it is because you like it and it looks good. So I made the conscious effort to the best of my ability to unfollow people, not spend a lot of time online, not watch other music videos, since that's the majority of what I do. I was doing the best I could to not take in outside content and just basically create how I would create. It just allowed me to create exactly how I would create and how I'm inspired in the moment by things happening around me, or just ideas I'm cooking up in my own head. Now, I'm not saying I'm not inspired by anyone. That would be stupid for me to say that I'm not inspired by anyone or ever was inspired by anyone. Certainly, we're all inspired by someone. Even the greats of the greats are or were inspired by people, artists, or things out there in the world. So I'm not saying I'm not inspired or I'm never not inspired by something I see, because of course there are going to be times where I see a movie or videos or things and it may inspire me. One of my biggest inspirations early on was M. Night Shyamalan. That was one of the main reasons I wanted to make movies and get into making movies, is his early movies and seeing a behind the scenes little featurette of his little monster movie he made when he was a kid on the Signs DVD. I have the poster hanging up in my movie room in my house. So certainly we're all inspired by people, but the comment is simply to say I try my best to not consume everything that's happening in this world, all the content online, social media, and all these things, just so that I could create to the best of my ability the way I would create. I watched this video that someone sent me the link to the other day on YouTube where almost verbatim said exactly what I said. It was a video that Sawyer Hartman did. Someone sent me the interview, and it was with a legendary photographer who's done some of the biggest of big campaigns and photos, and I'm just gonna play the clip real quick so you can exactly see what he said.
The other thing I do is I don't look at other photographs. I don't go online. I don't go to magazine racks.
Don't find inspiration.
I get inspired by the moment and what's at it. I don't want to copy someone else's thing. So I just try to think what would look cool, what would be fun, and challenging. I love working with elements: fire, smoke, rain.
Now that's pretty much spot on. I had not seen this video, but that is pretty much spot on to what I said and what I was trying to convey to people. It's not that I think I'm better than anyone or that I'm arrogant. I don't think those things at all. It's just I'm trying to limit myself and the time that I spend as well on the internet, on social media. So this goes to say it wasn't meant to be an arrogant statement. I don't think I'm arrogant. I don't think I'm better than anyone else. That's not the reason for why I don't follow people or watch other people's work. It has nothing to do with it being arrogant. It has to do everything with not trying to consume everyone else's content so that I may, subconsciously create something that they've already created. That's all it is. So if you're looking to not try and copy someone else, or you find yourself looking at other people's work and then just imitating what they're doing, or taking what they're doing and regurgitating it in your own way and kind of copying and imitating, and rather than just using it as inspiration, but more so just to take in and make your own, then the simple things that I can say that have helped me is I've unfollowed pretty much everyone on Instagram. I just keep it to my close friends and family because I really care about what they're up to. I try and stay off YouTube as much as possible and not watch other people's work. I try not to watch other people's music videos. When I have people send me their videos, I try not to watch them. I just say respectfully, I'm not trying to, watch other people's work. I just try and limit everything that I consume. And that's impossible to completely take away everything, because I'm gonna go to the movies, I'm gonna see movies, things will come in, but I'm saying I'm trying to limit myself. The less that you can take in and the less that you're seeing, the less opportunity you have to copy someone else's work. And I'm not saying I've never done this, because early on when you're starting out your career, you're trying to find your voice, you're trying to find your style, what you like to do. And so early on, I most certainly was watching tons of people's content and videos to study and learn. It's something you need to do. It's something you need to watch other people's content to study and learn aspects of filmmaking and creation. And that's what we did in school. You study old films, you study Hollywood films, you study independent films, you watch them, you take notes. So certainly I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's a personal choice I've now made in my career to limit the media that I'm intaking. So most certainly early on as a creator, you need to find your style and what you like to do and be inspired by people, but hopefully that will transition into you taking those ideas or inspiration of the different styles and art forms you like and creating your own, because that's what's going to make you unique and stand out, is your own style. And you want people to be inspired by you. You want to have people looking at you and be like, oh, this is how I want my work to look, because it's that unique to you and your style. Hopefully this video helps to have you guys kind of, realize this. And if you're in this kind of mode of just watching other people's stuff and taking and copying or imitating and saying it's your own, hopefully this video will help you reflect a bit and find your own voice, or limit yourselves so that you can find your own voice and create exactly how you would create. Because if you don't take in any of the outside content or media coming into the world, you're going to create stuff exactly how you would create it. And that's the best kind of art and creation, is just raw expression from yourself, your heart, and your mind. All right, that's all I have for today. I'm Jakob Owens for the Buff Nerds, and I'm out.